Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's 5 o'clock here in London. That's 12 o'clock American Eastern Time. And we've seen our first little bit of green on the color guard on VectorVest for quite a spell. Just remember that can change before the end of play today. We've still got, 4 hours to go. The situation is that on both sides of the Atlantic, both in the UK and in the US, apart from this signal that's just fired a few minutes ago, all of the trends on VectorVest are down. As you can see, intraday, the buy-sell ratio has jumped a little bit, but it's still in a mega oversold situation, and the MTI has jumped a little bit, but it's still in a mega oversold situation. So if we actually have a look at the chart, I've got it here, and I'm looking at the VectorVest composite, folks, and I've overlaid the DEW market timing system, which is a medium-term market timing system. It's slightly slower than the green light that you saw on the front page of VectorVest, but certainly a lot faster to give a signal than the longest term measure known as confirmed calls. Now this thing has still got quite a bit of work to do before it's going to give a buy signal. For a buy signal, the price of the VectorVest composite must close above this moving average, and the DPO, the detrended price oscillator, must move up above its center line. As I say, it's got quite a bit of work required to do that. So we are in bottom fishing territory, folks. For those of you brave souls that have got the ability and the strength and the resilience to do that, it's not for the faint-hearted. As I've said 1,000 times before, if these levels go, there's a great deal of fresh air down there, folks. So we look at this, get rid of the signals, you can see the next level down would be here at the January 2020 highs. Not that far away, but that'll give us quite a shock if those levels go. I am hopeful, however, of a fairly strong rally at the moment, but I haven't bought anything apart from 2 or 3 intraday trades long on the SPX, which is my method of making money to pay bills. If we have a look now at a potential, and that's Apple. And Apple, I get rid of the signals here, but Apple has gone sideways. As you can see, there's a very important line in the sand here somewhere. It's gone sideways in five waves, A, B, C, D, E. So this consolidation has to, in fact, put up or shut up very quickly indeed. It found support, and that support came in, as those of you that I have bored on Fibonacci on many occasions, at the 78% retracement, give or take a tick or two. That's Friday's excursion down, and then the big reversal. No, Monday's excursion down, and then the big reversal. Sorry, we were closed here in the UK yesterday. So that's broken up quite nicely through those highs today. And if the primary wave gives a signal, then I could be tempted to take a spread bet or a single stock future, for those of you that are in America, on Apple tomorrow. I won't do anything today. The market is up today, and if we have a look at the intraday picture, that's the intraday picture today, and it's stalled at 4,200. This is the SPX, folks. So if we look at the SPX in a bit more detail, I thought I had it open, but I'm getting confused. That's the SPX over the S&P 500, folks, over the last 3 months. If we go a bit further, there's 6 months. There's the sell-off, and yesterday afternoon, market participants jumped in at that old low. Some of our customers this afternoon at the Q&A asked me what was the reason. I haven't, and he hadn't found any reason for the market to bounce in the last hour and a half yesterday. I'm sure there must be some, but nevertheless, I think it was just people buying into this old low. Now, if you have a look at the SPY, which is the tracker on the S&P 500. A huge amount of volume went into the market at that particular low. So that's quite a significant low. And if it were to follow through, then aggressive people tomorrow, then aggressive people, I think, could take a trade on the on their bottom fishing watch list. I will be tempted to take a trade in Apple if it breaks out of today's high and we end the day with a green light and the primary wave changing to up. So that's what I'm going to do. Although I'm not that experienced in this type of bottom fishing. Steve at VectorVest is 100 times more experienced at the bottom fishing technique than I am. So that's my plan, folks. So on the SPX, I have a long position. I took a long position at the open today. Because I felt there was more upside in this, and clearly that was looking really, really sweet a few minutes ago. Last Thursday, if you go back to here, that was my best ever trade on the SPX. There was 85 points in that. And I didn't trade on Friday because Susan Thornburn and I were at the IX show in central London. So I didn't trade at all on Friday, although there was some quite very sweet moves on the way down. But I agree completely that they're always easy in hindsight. So this market has found a lot of resistance now at 4,200, and much of profit that I've made this afternoon is going against me. My stop is at entry, which is at the open today. So hopefully I won't give too much of that back, but so be it. In the UK, folks, well, we have a fairly strong situation in the UK, although all the trends are down. If we have a look at the market timing chart in the UK, I like the look of this because, again, I've got the DEW marked, and the DEW signals are down. But there's much less work required by the market in the UK than in the US. So the so-called old world value stocks have in fact held the UK market up. It's fallen, but it hasn't fallen percentage-wise the way the newer economy stocks in the US have fallen. I think that if we do see some form of bottom in the American market coming in soon, that we'll have a nice burst here on the UK market. I'm holding. I haven't changed any stocks in the UK. I'm reasonably pleased with them all. And that's what I'm holding. Cape, which bounced nicely off support on Friday. Bloomsbury, Italia Mining, Airtel, CCC that I'm very happy with, Morgan Sindall, Sylvania Platinum, done nothing but hanging in there. McFarland, I couldn't be happier with. And Pan-African Resources, I think, on the cusp of a fairly big move. If gold does what I think it's going to do. Now, I've got a gold chart here somewhere, if I can find it. Yeah, there's gold, folks. And gold has come back. I pointed out this very important resistance line to the VectorVest people on many occasions. And you can see that we've got some form of this resistance becomes support here. And if we have a look, it's very difficult to know where to take the fib from. And that's a question I get, but I'm going to take it from here, from that blast off point, and we can see that there's a 78% retracement coming in around about the same place. I think there's danger in gold right down till 1840, 1850. It's at 1870. It's come up a little bit this morning, but to me this is starting to look like a really good place for traders, not investors, for traders to get involved in the gold market. And I'm certainly going to be having a look at the gold market and adding to some UK gold stocks somewhere down around that level. This pattern is a pattern made famous by a gentleman over 100 years ago called William Gartley. My friend Larry Pacevatis has named the pattern a Gartley 222 because he found it on page 222 of Gartley's book. I called him William. It's Harold McKinley Gartley. I got confused with Gann of the same era. So some are down around there. I think that looks like a very, very good entry point for gold with a fairly tight stop loss for traders and investors. And I'm certainly going to be looking at that level. That level's about 1844 on this particular chart over the next couple of days. Is a short-term bottom at least into the American market based on these mega oversold readings and the bounce up that we've had today. As you can see, that green light is now gone. So that's why I say that we need to wait for a green light and a primary wave turn up at the end of the day. The S&P has given up a lot of what it's made today, and I think I must go back into my market maker and I've already put half the position in the bank and the stops at entry. Maybe grab a little bit of the second half as well. So folks, take care out there. There's a great deal of fresh air under these levels, and the news out there couldn't be worse, but that's normally a good sign. Thanks very much.